Hey guys, I'm back again. I'm going to do another video testing these 12 millimeter commonly found on Amazon or AliExpress ball bearings. They're dirt cheap. It's kind of the reason why I'm experimenting with these is they are inexpensive. So I originally had a do-it-yourself barrel installed, and not in this particular one, but in my other HDP 50. That is my kind of test mule. And these are just too tight a bore, so I have to make some adjustments. Really should do a bloopers video one time because the amount of stuff I've had happen, but the ball got lodged in the barrel and blew the barrel right out the front of the marker and went in the trap. So it was quite comical, to say the least. But so I'm going to shoot my my currently functioning HDP 50 with the HomeDefence-24 tuning barrel, and I'll also do it with the extension. But first, I'll just show you. Yeah. I'll show you the balls. I'll show you my balls. Yeah. Okay, so these are, 12 mils. Exactly. And the weight on these, let's get you a little closer there. Okay. 7.04. Seven 7.03. .04. So I've tested a lot of these ball bearings, and the beauty of them is, man, their weight is fairly consistent, as is their bore. I mean, they're ball bearings. They should be. Anyways, let's try this again. Come on, 0, 0. You get the picture. So they're a little undersized for the tuning barrel, but it's not a test unless it's a test. So unfortunately, I have one riot ball that's still lodged. One of these guys, it's stuck in here, and because I got the magnet and the standard detent in here, the factory rubber detent, I can't get it out. So first shot's gonna be one of them 3.5 gram riot balls. I'll load up these guys here. And here's something else I want to show. So with the 12.7 millimeter ball bearings, you can't pull the trigger. It jams up. This loading gate here has a particular profile that works very well. And so you can see how it pushes. When I pull that trigger, this gate here closes, and it pushes this next round that would be going in here, pushes it back. So there's a hook in this gate that's designed to do that. But if the ball is, what just happens to be the 12.7 millimeter ball bearings are the perfect size, that they don't roll in this gate when it closes, so they actually just lodge themselves, and that's what causes the jam up. It has nothing to do with the dent, or well, I shouldn't say the gate. It is the ball size alone. So this has the magnet in it. This has the factory dent in it, and you can see no problems with the steel ball bearings. Again, these are much smaller. I mean, you can profile this gate probably to correct this issue, but for the time being, I am just going to try and find the optimal ball size for the tuning barrel. I also have some 12.5 millimeter balls coming, which proved to be a little more. They weren't an Amazon special. I had to order those from overseas, so through AliExpress. Again, they were cheap, so we'll see how they do when I get them. But for now, we are going to shoot these. All right, so we will air it up. And chrono. So again, my first shot's gonna be the 3.5 millimeter riot ball, or 3.5 gram riot ball. So let's just get that out of the way anyways. 364. I should mention, it's probably about, well, you know what? Pretty warm in the garage today, 26 degrees. So that's a nice shot with that riot ball in the tuning barrel. And I don't know what to expect with these smaller 12 mils. I haven't, this is the first time I've shot them. I'm expecting they're gonna underperform because of the bore size, but who knows? 252. Wow, it kicked pretty hard. That was interesting. 252. So I think that's around like 26 or 27 joules. Not the first shot though, so take it for what it is. 240. 224. 208. 200. That's probably, I think that was the last ball. Yeah. So those balls didn't do too bad in that. It wasn't as big a loss as I thought. Or was there a loss at all? Because it kind of, it wasn't a fair test with that riot ball stuck in there, but I honestly couldn't get it out. I tried poking it down through the barrel. I tried banging it out. It just wasn't coming out. So put in a fresh CO2 here. Little drop of oil. Put on our extension. And I have to retrieve those balls because I didn't buy a whole bunch of these. I bought enough to do some tests before I soak any more money into one particular size. I seem to be missing one. I only got 5 here. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, well, 5 shots it is. I don't know what happened to the other one. With the extension. Oh, yeah, fresh CO2. Whoops. So, you can see now I only have 4 shots. Oh, there it is. So, these balls are obviously small. You could see that demonstrated there. Just got to get the cobwebs off it. That it actually, I mean, the magnet works, it's pretty strong, but, you know, I hammered it in the down position, but it also tells me that these just slip right through the rubber dent in here as well. So you would have, if you didn't have a magnet, they'd probably just be slipping right out now. So I'll put that ball back in. First shot. 12 millimeter, 7.04 grams. 282. 256. 236. 196, wow. Really fell off there fast. So that's not really enough test to prove anything. That kind of almost seemed like a bunk CO2, but just from those 2 cycles I did with the short and the long, you can see the efficiency kind of, it had a downward curve there. It really fell off fast. And I imagine that's because a lot of that CO2 is escaping around the ball. The bolt is wasting energy. It's staying, when it's open, it's got nothing pushing. The only thing that is springing that bolt back is hitting that stop in the spring, as opposed to when you have a tighter ball in here, the air is compressing. The bolt's trying to push against that compressed air too. So it keeps that open cycle just slightly short. It might be a millisecond. You know, I haven't done any scientific measurements, but it wouldn't take much, especially when you're using something so small as a 12 gram, to see an improvement. So 12 millimeter balls, they work, but not the best. I really want to try the 12.5s. They're on their way, so we'll just have to watch out for that video, hopefully shortly. It says they're in customs now, so soon. So after reviewing the footage, I realized I made an error. I completely biffed and forgot these were 7.04 gram balls I was shooting. So the 256 with the short barrel is 21 joules, not 26 or 27 like I was seeing with the 8.35 gram 12.7 millimeter ball bearings. And also the 282 with the extension at 7.04 grams was only 25 joules. And I can't recall what I was shooting with the extension with the 12.7 millimeter, but it was well over 30 joules. And this is a perfect example. If you watch that footage again, the first shot was the riot ball, which actually didn't do much better, being it is also undersized for the tuning barrel. These are only 12.4 millimeter, and my best shots were using the larger 12.7 millimeter because it limits the amount of blow by. But I think they're, like I said, they cause the loading gate problem. And I think a 12.7 12.5 millimeter might be the optimal for this, but I just had to correct myself before I uploaded that.